Okay, we are on page 6 of the rational number packet. We're looking at TEK 7.3b. 45 says, 1 week, Greg and Darius shoveled snow to earn spending money. Together they earned $12.50 an hour for 9 hours of work. Okay, this is important. $12.50 an hour for 9 hours. That doesn't mean they only made $12.50. An hour means each hour. And they worked for 9 of them. It says each received half the earnings. So each received half. If Greg then spent $15 on a new CD, what is the total amount he had left? Okay, so Greg is spending. Spent means I'm going to be subtracting $15. Okay, so now this is open-ended, so I do have to do exact numbers. So $12.50 per hour for 9 hours means I'm multiplying. 9 times 0 is 0. That's 45, 18, 22. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 2, 11. I have 2 numbers after my decimal here, 0 numbers after my decimal there. Okay, they made together $112.50. Don't stop there. Go back and reread. It says each received half the earnings. So I have to find half by dividing by 2. 2 does not go into 1. 2 into 11 is 5 times. That's 10 I subtract. Bring down your 2. 2 into 12 is 6 times. Oh, and I always forget. Anytime you have decimals in here, you got to bring your your decimal into your answer. 2 into 12 we said, 2 into 12 is 6 times. Subtract, we get 0. Bring down a 5. 2 into 5 is twice. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract to get 1. Bring down a 0. 2 into 10 is 5 times. So again, don't get confused. This is not quite the answer yet because I still have one more thing. Spent means subtract. So I've got $56.25 and he spent 15. You know, this question is basically asking you, can you deal with decimals? Right? Because here we were multiplying decimals. You didn't have to line anything up. Here, you need to remember that you bring your decimal up into your answer. And here, because we are subtracting, you have to line these up. 5 minus 0, 2 minus 0, bring your decimal straight down. 6 minus 5 is 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. That's my answer, $41.25. Now, because it's not negative, you can leave this blank. You don't have to bubble that in. But $41.25, I know that the 25 is after my decimal here. And then I've got $41 there. And then I would just bubble in my answer choices here. And that would be it. Now, on number 34, Karen had 2 spools of wire. Each spool had 15 and 7/8 yards of wire. Karen used 3 yards of wire from each spool. How many yards of wire were left on the spools? Ugh, so many words. Okay, let's look. We have 2. Each spool, each means for every single one of them, there's this much yards. Karen uses 3 yards. Uses means for subtracting from each spool. And how many yards were left on the spool? Okay, so I can solve. And since all of these are different answers, that might be the easiest thing to do. I know that some of you don't like to look at the situation, but that might help also. So 2 spools each had this much. So I figure I want to probably find the total of that. So if each one has this amount, then 15 should not be subtracted by 2. This is good right here. That tells me the total amount of wire that she's got. Ooh, this one is subtracting. Nope. And this one is dividing. Nope. Oh, then that's it. I don't even have to do any more. Now let's just double check. This is total number of wire. Now why did we divide by 3? Let's see. Ooh, she uses 3 yards. Ooh, from each. Uh-oh. What's happening here? I don't like any of these answer choices. Why would I divide? It's my total. I cut that into thirds? That doesn't make sense. I made a mistake somewhere. Let's reread. 2 spools. Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay, so as I was working, this divide by 3 doesn't make sense to me because using 3 yards of wire means that I'm just taking away or subtracting. So I did make a mistake. So let's look back at my other answer choices. All of these have my 15 and 7/8. That's good. Now, why would I be subtracting 2? The 2 represents that I have 2 spools. I wouldn't do that. That for sure does not work. Okay, let's look. This one, I guess, obviously doesn't work because of the divide by 3. Looking at this one. Now, why would I subtract 3? Let's look. The 3 is that I used, oh, I'm using 3 yards. Okay. Oh man, all right. So I'm using 3 yards, so that's my subtraction. That might work. And then I guess the question is, why would I be multiplying by 2? Ooh, because I have 2 of the spools. All right, H has to be right. That one took a little bit of work. Gotta read and reread.